Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Cole.
Welcome to our home. We wanted to get on here tonight and just kind of talk about some of the uh, drinks, mainly there at the Magic Kingdom, but we may talk about some other stuff around the park and even in some of the resorts. Why not? Um, for us, we like to go to the park, and one of the things we like to do is try different foods and different drinks and that sort of thing. Now, when we talk about drinks, we're not really talking about alcoholic drinks. We're talking about non-alcoholic drinks, kind of like specialty drinks. And so we're not going to talk about sodas or waters or anything like that.
Nothing like ordinary that you can get at any other
Right.
place.
And so,
Hey, Miranda.
hey, Miranda, long time no see.
Hmm.
So anyhow, let's get some of our list out. What we thought we'd do is tell you guys about some of the things we've tried around the park. And maybe you guys could share with us things you've tried that aren't on our list. That way, the next time we're in the Magic Kingdom, we can try those drinks.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, we try to keep it, non-alcoholic, but because obviously Cole is not of age and Allison is not of age to drink alcohol. And me and Tammy, neither one drink anyhow. So let's list some of our drinks that we've tried around the park. And then what we want to do after that is kind of tell you guys what is our favorite.
Yeah.
And so before we get started, we'll say hi to Bloomin' Cheesa and to Andy and to Miranda. Glad y'all joined us, and whoever else has joined us, glad you're with us too.
Yeah.
So one of the things we like at the Magic Kingdom, for instance, is the Dole Whip float. So we're trying not to do things that are just treats, but it's got to have kind of a liquid factor involved, right?
Yeah, it's got to be a drink basically.
So a Dole Whip float though is kind of like a Dole Whip with some pineapple juice poured in the bottom. And so I don't know if y'all have ever had that. Comment and let us know if you've been able to try that before. Tammy, I think that's her favorite. She likes it better than the Dole Whip.
Dole Whip.
Me, on the other hand, I like the Dole Whip better than the Dole Whip float.
It's honestly, to me, it just depends. If it's in the hot summer, a lot of times I like the float more because then you can drink it down. But
if it's in the hot summer, it's going to melt and you can drink it down anyhow.
I mean, I guess, but then you have to cup it, and that's just done.
I remember one year we were there. This is a funny story, and we were going to take pictures of the Dole Whip, and so we had our camera and we bought the Dole Whip, and before we could pay and actually have the Dole Whip on the counter to take a picture of, it had already melted to a deformed state. And we were like, that is so frustrating. And so then I kept trying to catch people walking away with their Dole Whip and catch a picture of it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'll never forget that.
We don't.
And so
I don't think
they melt so fast in the summer.
Yeah.
And so
I will say, when we first had it, I wasn't a big fan of the Dole Whip float.
Yeah.
But as time's gone on, I've started to really like the Dole Whip float.
He also didn't like cheese as a kid.
Yeah, that's true.
But now you can't beat him off with a stick from cheese. So, hey, thanks for the like, by the way.
Yeah.
But that was our story about a Dole Whip and a Dole Whip float. And so a lot of good times there. I'll never forget that whole trying to take that photo. I mean, it was an ordeal. Cole was oblivious, but me and Tammy were really trying to get that photo, and it just wasn't coming across very easy.
I just wanted the Dole Whip float at that point.
Right.
Andy said she likes the Dole Whip float too.
Okay, very good, very good. And so, like I say, it's Tammy's favorite. So, how about the next one? Pecos Bill's strawberry slushy.
Now, I'm just gonna say it. This is probably not gonna be on anyone else's top 10. But in the park, personally, I feel like this is one of the better treats.
Yeah, if you've never been into Pecos Bill's and bought their slushy, it is, very good. And it's what I like about it is it's a big slushy. I mean, it's not as chintzy as some of the other places that you can get them.
Yeah, it really is it's a really good bang for your buck. Because how much is it? Like $4? I mean, for Disney. let me rephrase. It's a good bang for your buck.
I think it's like $5 a piece.
Yeah, $5 a piece.
One of the reasons we like it, so I'm going to add personal stories tonight to some of these because that way you guys know why they mean so much to us. Before I tell the story, let's see what Bloomin' Cheesa says. It says, Trick, if you're in the Magic Kingdom, you can ask for a Dole Whip float and a newer Dole Whip bacon float. They now can now put candied bacon on what's it say? Fits and regular floats. Huh.
Oh, flits. There's an L there.
Okay. I did not know that. That's interesting.
Have you guys seen the new
I don't even know if I'd like that, but candied bacon might make it the difference. Regular bacon would be kind of off-putting to me, but candied bacon might work.
Has anyone heard of the Dole Whip nachos?
Nope.
You didn't know that? Okay.
I didn't know that existed.
So they have a new Dole Whip nachos in the park, and the nacho chips are the cone.
Well, they also have a citrus swirl that has to do with the Dole Whip. But the citrus swirl, it's kind of like an orange and vanilla, but we haven't been able to try it.
I want to try that.
When we're there, we're always hung up on the Dole Whip and forget about the citrus swirl.
I'm going to try it whenever.
All right, so I was going to tell a personal story about the Pecos Bills slushie. We were there 4th of July, and I believe New Year's works the same most of the time, which is if you're in the Magic Kingdom on the 4th of July or on New Year's Eve, they do some heavy discounts at some of the souvenir shops. They'll tell you which ones if you'll ask. And most of the time, the cast members don't know if they're going to do it or not. And we were there. I don't remember if it was 2018, maybe
2019.
Maybe it was 2019. But we were there, and they had not Dole Whips. They had churros for $2, and they had slushies at Pecos Bills for $2.
Yeah.
And so for a $2 slushie, that's on point.
I mean,
I almost bought 2, but then, I resisted because I'm a grown man.
No, it was good.
Cole would have took 2 down.
I would have took 2 down if I wanted to, but that night it was probably a little too much because we had just come from Liberty Tree. That's my favorite restaurant. If anyone wants to know what my favorite restaurant in the Magic Kingdom is, that's a good restaurant.
All right, so speaking of slushies, another place to get a slushie in the Magic Kingdom is Main Street, right there at the Main Street Bakery, where they have the confectionery shop. That has it has a bunch of slushies. Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 flavors of slushies in there.
Yeah,
that's more flavors than you can get at Pecos Bills. I think Pecos Bills they have two flavors, and then
I think it's just strawberry lemonade and normal lemonade at Pecos Bills.
I think that's right.
And then there you have like 4 or 5 flavors.
Right. And I think I've had both the strawberry and the lemonade at Pecos Bills. Both of them are very good.
I prefer the
strawberry. But the other one doesn't do those 2 flavors, if I remember right. They do like a raspberry.
I think they do the normal lemonade, but they don't do anything else.
Okay. So I think they also do like a raspberry. If y'all know the flavors they offer at the Main Street Bakery confectionery part, y'all comment and let us know.
Yeah.
And so the kids like that one. Usually it's on the way out of the park.
Yeah.
Where they want to get that. Yeah. But me and Tammy, we're not super big into those slushies up there. I do like the one at Pecos Bills because it's the lemonade slushie. Yeah. And by the time I'm back in that section of the park, it's hot. I've been there all day, and I'm just like, give me something to refresh me.
And maybe it's just me, but I think the Pecos Bills slushie just tastes better.
I think it does too.
I think it's more it's blended better. Like the ice isn't as chunky, personally.
Yep, I would agree.
But
all right. So y'all haven't commented much on what we may not have named or what y'all thought about the things we've named. Y'all let us know. Next one on our list is, and this is one I've never tried.
I have had it.
It's called mint lemonade.
I didn't just love it personally.
Where was it at?
That's at Casey's Corner, which will be opening up soon.
That's right. And so at Casey's Corner, you can get a mint lemonade. I think Allison had it, didn't she?
She loved it. She says it's like one of her favorite drinks in Disney World.
Yeah.
But personally, I had it. I took a few sips of hers, and I didn't really like it as much. Although I'm not a big mint person, so that is something to think about.
Yeah, Cole does not like mint gum or anything.
I'll eat it like when we're going on a plane ride.
It's because you don't want your ears to pop.
Oh gosh, I hate it whenever.
So the mint lemonade, you can get that at Casey's Corner. Like I say, I've never tried it. Cole tried it, didn't really care for it too much. Allison loves it, and I don't think Tammy tried it either.
I think she
And
did,
so-
and she wasn't a big fan of it either. So
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Andy said
I don't drink after my kids. I'm a germaphobe, and
Mhm.
so I won't
That's an
drink after my
understatement.
children. I won't drink after hardly anyone. Let's see. Miranda says it's not at Magic Kingdom, but at Pandora, the girls liked the drinks with the little balls of juice in them.
I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that one's called. I can't think of it.
Isn't it Michael Cage's favorite drink?
Yeah. I cannot think of what that's called.
I think it's called. Is it boba juice?
I think that's right.
I believe that's right.
It's close to that anyhow.
Yeah. Andy said she thinks she would like the mint lemonade. I mean, I really liked it, so.
Yeah. And so that's they serve some stuff very similar to that in Night Blossom.
I'm thinking of the
Tammy to the rescue from the sewing machine.
boba is like that one other place, and it
has the boba
Oh,
balls
boba
inside of
ju-
it. It
yeah.
has the little.
But it's called a Night Blossom. And that's I hear that's way better than like what's the place? Yeah, what's the place we did the drinks at in Hollywood
Olga's.
Studios? Olga's Cantina. Those drinks were not that good. So apparently that Night Blossom really does well compared to those Olga Cantina drinks.
I mean, it was okay.
Those Olga Cantina drinks were outrageous. They were almost $9 a piece.
Oh, it's not worth the price. But I mean, the drinks
But
on
the
their own
atmosphere is
are
kind of
okay.
cool.
Oh, the atmosphere is amazing.
I mean, you feel like you're at a Star Wars bar
I would see
with your children.
and a bunch of other tourists.
Yeah, and a bunch of other people with their children. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Granted, there's no aliens in there, so.
All right. So next one on our list, LeFou's Brew. Now, LeFou's Brew.
That one's a controversial one.
I don't mind it. It's very sweet.
Oh, it's very sweet.
If I got a small, I would be sharing it with every member of my family because it's over the top sweet for me.
I mean, it's sweeter than ice cream. I mean, any ice cream I've ever had.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's been so long since we got it. I don't even know how I'd describe it. It's like an apple juice.
It's like syrup.
But it's like the apple juice has been infused with more sugar and frozen, but not all the way. And so it's good, but it's different.
Bloomin' Cheese has said her best drink personally in the world is the frozen non-alcoholic mint julep. That's at Casey's Corner. That may be the same thing as the Main Street lemonade. I mean the mint lemonade. I don't know though. I might have just. I'm just going off of memory whenever I called it that. But
I don't remember what it was called. When I go there, I just get a water.
Yeah.
I mean, by that point in the day, I'm so hot, and I'm like, give me a water.
Free.
And I'm cheap. It's true. But
it's true. But
I think Allison got that mint lemonade because it came with her kids' meal, maybe.
I think she mistook
or she thought it came with her kids' meal, and it was like $6. I remember that now. Remembering.
I think the LeFou's Brew is okay. Whenever I had it, I just was not a big fan of it. Although I think on that particular trip, I wasn't having a super great time as it was.
Right.
So I don't know if I should just judge it because of that trip.
I think we had that on our first trip to Disney World.
But I was like expecting Disneyland's atmosphere where it was like easy to walk everywhere and it was just convenience on everything.
Right.
But I didn't get that. But after the second trip, I knew what to expect. So
Andy says, I mainly drink water too, but I need to try these drinks y'all are recommending. All right, so we're not recommending all of them. We're just naming the ones we've tried. But
we'll
kind of give our favorites there at the end of the video here.
Yeah.
One of the things I would recommend, I mean, seriously, even if you have tons of money and you're not worried about money or saving money or how much you're spending, even if, you know, you are a sweet tooth person, if you're there in the summer, for sure, be cautious of how much sugar you try and intake, because I mean that kind of stuff. If I remember right, we were there June. It was June 1st through like the 10th or something, and that's when we tried that LeFou's brew. And let me tell you, it was like we were all kind of sick at our stomach because it was so sweet,
I didn't drink.
and we drank so much.
Yeah, I didn't drink too much of it, so I don't think I was really as affected as you guys were, because you drank quite a bit of it.
So what I would recommend is each day pick a drink and say, hey, or pick a snack of some sort and say, I'm going to do this one today.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the day, drink water. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And we just say, on this day, we're going to get this snack, and on this day, we're going to do this snack. I see videos of folks going, and they'll go and they'll shoot YouTube videos, and I mean, it looks like their YouTube video, they eat all day long. I mean, they've got snack after drink, after this, after that. I don't know how they don't go home sick as dogs to their stomach, but
yeah,
that's just me. So that's what my recommendation is, but you can drink and eat all you want.
Now, this is a drink that I have not had, but you have had.
Yes.
And that's the Joffrey's coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not a big coffee drinker. Hey, Mike, by the way.
Hey, Mike.
Commented.
So one of the things that I like about Joffrey's is I do think the coffee tastes good, and I really like
also,
their frappes and stuff like that. That's what we usually get, a little cool down during the day. In the morning, we'll get a hot coffee, like of some sort. Basically, anything Starbucks serves, they've got something similar. The only problem with Joffrey's over Starbucks is, Starbucks, you get 3 different sizes. Everything at Joffrey's is one size.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're like, man, I really need a big pick-me-up, you may have to buy 2, because
they really are small.
They're just not the biggest cups. But if you're like, I just need a coffee of some sort, go there and get it. It's very good.
Mom has gone into the parks and like midway through the day just be dog tired, and then get one of those, and then
she's good to go.
Good to go.
And so one nice thing about Joffrey's is it's usually not that huge long line that you find at Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
You go stand in line, at Starbucks in the middle of summer, and you're going to stand there for sometimes 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I've never stood in line more than 10 minutes at a Joffrey's, but
I mean, there's
all in all, very similar to Starbucks.
Yeah.
The only thing at Starbucks you can get that you can't really get there are the Starbucks refreshers,
which is our next one.
We really like the Starbucks refreshers. It's kind of like a way of treating ourselves. Even when we're not at Disney, we'll go by and pick up a Starbucks refresher.
And
Cole can drink his in literally 5 seconds flat.
No,
I mean literally.
Not literally.
We left Starbucks near our home, and we weren't 2 miles down the road.
4 minutes.
2 miles down the road, and
minutes.
He had sucked it all the way down.
Okay.
No, this was today. It was 4 minutes. 4 minutes. He had sucked a Trenta refresher from being plumb full.
There was a lot of ice.
Nothing. No, there wasn't. He's lying.
I enjoy my drinks. How dare you?
There's never a lot of ice in a refresher. I'm telling y'all, this kid can put a refresher away.
Listen, if you...
And then he looks at me like, can I have some of yours too?
No, I don't.
I'm not going to do it.
I do not ask for y'all's drink. I drink mine down, and I'll suck it down to the last little bit.
He is. He's like a sponge, Andy. That's exactly what he is.
I prefer the term camel.
He is a camel.
I
used to go out to eat with this guy named John, and John would tell the lady when she would bring a drink, and he'd drink it pretty quick, and she'd bring the refill pitcher, and he'd say, just drop the pitcher, I'll refill it myself. That's Cole.
I mean, if they let that happen,
he could drink it down that fast.
I could probably drink it down that
Cole
fast.
loves drinks though.
I love.
If you give
That's
Cole
my
the option of
if you give him an option between a snack and a drink, he's on the drink.
Hey, it's always refreshing.
Me, I'd rather eat my carbs than drink them, or my calories.
That's not me.
But
I will say one other thing. At Starbucks,
the refresher's not a whole lot of calories. It's like 140, 150, something like that for like a Trenta. I was looking to Tammy for like moral support there. Like, am I right? Am I right? I think it's like that.
I think it's under 200 calories.
I think it's somewhere like that.
I will say I forgot to. I didn't. I just realized one that we left off the thing,
What
but it's
tell 'em.
only one I get.
What
so
is it?
The hot chocolate at Starbucks for
Oh,
winter time.
yeah.
Whenever we go in the winter, even though it's still
Allie gets
fairly
it too.
warm. Yeah, she does sometimes get it, but
So their hot chocolate's really good at Starbucks.
mm-hmm.
And I was kind of surprised. Of course, I mean it's a
Starbucks.
and
So.
Joffrey's also has hot chocolate.
Although,
but I don't know that Joffrey's hot chocolate is gluten free.
Although we
but
don't.
Starbucks,
Well,
they
it's not.
They don't claim it, but we've never had any issues with coal.
No. So.
All right. So we've droned on about that long enough.
Yeah.
How about the plaza? So when you're walking down Main Street and you hit the end of Main Street and you're about to see the big circle that goes in front of the castle, over to the right, you have the Tomorrowland Terrace. Well, just before you get to the Tomorrowland Terrace, if you'll turn right, like you're heading over to those bathrooms, there is another restaurant that a lot of people overlook, and it's called the Plaza. And the Plaza has endless milkshakes, multiple flavors, but endless milkshakes. So as long as you eat there, you get an endless milkshake the whole time.
And I'm pretty sure it's gluten-free because I had one.
Hi, Rachel.
Yeah, by the way, hi. I was going to say something if you didn't, but I've had one, and I believe it was pretty good.
I had two because I drank one and then I got another one.
I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, we ate there.
I mean, I know we ate there, but
I wasn't going to pass up a free
I
endless
thought you
milkshake. If I remember right, it's free. I don't remember entirely. It may have been that we were on the dining plan.
I think we were on the dining plan.
But it's an endless milkshake, and it's
really good.
But if you leave, it's not endless anymore.
And
it's only while you're in there.
Yeah.
But you can drink one and then get one to go is what we did.
I remember.
And that worked out well.
Yeah, I drank mine all the way down, of course.
And I think what we did is it was in the middle of summer, if I can remember this right. It was in the middle of summer, and we had gone there and eaten. And then after we left there, we went out to watch the fireworks.
Yes.
And so we took the milkshake to go with us out to watch the fireworks.
And about 4 minutes in, I drank the rest of it.
Yeah, and before we got to our seat good, Cole drank all his and had to go to the bathroom. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
I don't remember the bathroom
I don't think
part,
I used the bathroom, but I did drink it about midway through the fireworks show, and I was trying to pace myself. So.
Yeah, Cole can put them away.
But yeah, I
anyhow
liked it. That's a good restaurant. If we had taken more pictures when we went there, I'd probably do.
If you're not familiar with them, I'll give you a little knowledge. The Plaza serves kind of American cuisine, just kind of like normal style American.
I had loaded nachos.
Cooking.
That was the first time I ever had loaded nachos.
Yeah, they do a lot of like macaroni with stuff sprinkled on top, if I remember right. Things like that.
Yeah.
That's just me going off of memory. I think it was that first trip.
It was actually our second trip because that was the time we did the dining plan.
Oh, that's right. He's right.
And that was the Christmas because we went that Christmas, right? Am I right?
Yeah. So if you do the dining plan, always plan to eat the most expensive thing on the menu.
Yes.
I mean, might as well. You paid for it. Because if you don't eat the most expensive thing on the menu, you're probably not going to eat your money's worth that you spent.
Yeah.
Disney makes money off of the dining plan, so you might as well go all out. But here's a little trick about the dining plan since I'm thinking about it, because I don't know if I'll ever remember this again to tell you. If you get the dining plan and you're eating, remember that whatever your meal costs, your tip is not included. I remember we went to Narcosis and the bill was like $400 and something, and I was like, oh yeah. And then that's like an $80-something tip. And I was like, whoa, I wasn't thinking about that. And so think about the fact that you've got to tip on top of the dining plan that was free, but the tip is not included.
Andy said, did y'all have the apple cider around Christmas? We did at the Christmas party.
That's right.
That's right. Did not really like it. It just tastes like apple juice to me.
I liked it fine, but
I thought it was just kind of like apple juice.
When you go to a Christmas, like a Very Merry Christmas party,
stock up on cookies.
What? Sure.
Sorry.
we went to the Very Merry Christmas party and we left with like 200 cookies. I'm being very over dramatic there, but we did go home with lots of cookies.
Mm-hmm.
But they what they do is they sit out cookies for you, and then they'll put out drinks for you. And one of them is that apple cider that he's talking about, and it's in a little cup that's about, y'all can't tell, but a little over maybe a Eisenhower dollar. If you're a young person, you may not know what that is. A silver dollar size, and about maybe
That tall.
3 inches tall, 4 inches tall at the max, and that's it. And they only fill it about halfway. So basically, you stand in line, get a swig, and go. At least that's the way it was when we were at ours.
You get a little apple cider mouthwash.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's about like 2 mouthwashes full, and then you're on to the next place. I think you can grab 2 at once, if I remember right. I think I did that a few times.
It depends on the restaurant, I believe. Like some restaurants would be like, "Oh, take as many cookies, apple cider, all you want,"
and other people are like 1.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it just depends. Oh,
I agree.
Speaking of that apple cider,
they did hot chocolate that night too.
They did hot chocolate, and they did another one. What's it called? What's the Christmas drink called? Sometimes people put alcohol in it.
Oh, eggnog.
Eggnog.
They did eggnog at that. I forget about those things. You're right.
Mom said she didn't like it whenever she.
Yeah, Tammy doesn't like the eggnog. She doesn't like eggnog anyhow, though. I like eggnog, and I thought it was great.
I didn't have it because they did not know if it was gluten-free.
Yeah.
So.
So anyhow, maybe you guys have tried some drinks that we haven't named at the Magic Kingdom. Why don't y'all, tell us if you have right quick, so maybe next time we're in the park, we can try those. And while you're writing up maybe what we've missed, we'll tell you what my favorite is out of all the ones we've listed and what Cole's favorite is out of all the ones we've listed.
Are we doing like our top 3, or are we just doing
We'll do our top 2. How about that? Yeah, Mike, you're on here. I think Tammy's right. I think you said you've had the the Night Blossom. And so what is your take on it? I know y'all are big Pandora foodies. We like the food in Pandora too, though.
Yeah, it's really good. We want to do a review over it, although they didn't they cancel? No, they did not cancel the thing. We plan on doing a review in the future, though, at some point.
Rachel says LeFou's Brew. Yeah, we wrote that one down. For us, that's a real sweet one we had mentioned. The Night Blossom is my favorite drink in all of Walt Disney World.
I've heard it's good.
I have heard it's amazing, but we have not tried it. The problem for us is Animal Kingdom is probably our least favorite of all the 4 parks. And so y'all don't hate us for that. My favorite ride is in Animal Kingdom. But all in all, we're like a half a day and we're like ready to go. And so we've just not ever spent that much time enough to think about it when we're there. So next time we're in Animal Kingdom, we're going to try and get it.
Yeah. Okay. You want to name yours first or me?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll name mine first. I mean, if I were to say overall my second favorite, I would probably say the Starbucks Refresher. But because I'm in Walt Disney World, I'm not going to get that. If the choice between Pecos Bill Strawberry Slushie, because I can't get that normally. If I come home, I can get the Strawberry Refresher, but if I go there, I can only get that. So I would probably choose the Pecos Bill Strawberry Slushie.
That's your number 1 or number 2?
My number 2. I would not. I mean, a slushie is good, but my number 1 you can only get at Magic Kingdom. Like you can
Dole Whip float.
Yeah, that's my number 1. I mean. It's good. It's a Dole Whip and a drink at the same time. So
I'm not a huge fan of the Dole Whip float. I never get it. I don't like it. I'd rather eat my drippy ice cream, my Dole Whip by itself. So on our list today, I would say my favorite thing in Animal Kingdom. Magic Kingdom. Sorry, is
he's got Pandora on the brain.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Mike said a Dole Whip float is a close second.
I would probably do a strawberry slushie.
Wow, that's
your
favorite.
That's my number 1 in Magic Kingdom, followed up by maybe a Joffrey's coffee.
Wow, I did not expect that.
I'm a weirdo. What can I say?
So, Mike, what's your favorite in the Magic Kingdom? If that's your second favorite.
I think he was saying in all of Walt Disney World
Oh, okay.
because he named his favorite in
Okay. That
all of
makes
Walt
more
Disney
sense.
World. Now, see, if we were doing all of Walt Disney World, let's see where I would go. Since you brought it up, Mike, I would probably retract these two. And I like the guava juice.
Really? You like it more than
So it's going to be up there with these two for me because I just don't ever get it anywhere else. I'm thinking through parks here.
So Mike said the Dole Whip float is his favorite in the Magic Kingdom.
Gotcha.
For me,
It's Tammy's favorite in the Magic Kingdom too.
it's still my favorite in the Magic Kingdom. I would not say it's my favorite in all Walt Disney World.
I get one every time because what happens is Tammy buys a Dole Whip float, eats half of it and drinks half of it, and then gives the other half to me. That's what happens. So then I get my slush too. But
because she can't.
Maybe that's why it's not on my top of my list, is because it's just I'm always going to end up with a half of one from her. Wait, blue milk is great.
That's what Rachel said.
Now
we've never had it.
We've not had the blue milk.
And the reason we didn't have it was somebody said it tastes like something that we didn't like, didn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Oh, so sorry.
I think that's right. And so we've not had it. She said, Mike said, sorry, we're jumping parks like crazy. Oh, that's okay. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna go out there and see what would I say is the. What you think about yours? What's your favorite?
I think.
And anybody else, tune in with what your favorite drink is in all the parks.
Okay, second favorite, it's still the Dole Whip float. But my number one favorite, I don't know if many people would rank this as their favorite, but I would say the PB&J slushie.
It's not a slushie; it's a shake.
A shake, same difference. Milkshake in 50s Primetime Cafe is my favorite. I had it, I loved it, I thought it was amazing. I'm a big milkshake type of person.
I'm a big milkshake person too. I almost picked that as my favorite thing in the Magic Kingdom, but I can't say that because I've only gotten it to one time. So
yeah, but I love that milkshake so much. If they offered it as a thing you can just purchase at any time, like you could just kind of like a quick service type thing, I'd buy it more. Like
I think you can go in there and just order
really?
it. I think so.
I didn't know that.
I think you can.
Well, I know what I'm drinking next time you guys go to Hollywood Studios. That's my favorite drink to get in
yeah, we've
Hollywood
had it.
Studios.
It's very good.
Absolutely.
I'll agree.
You had it, or did you try mine?
I tried yours.
Okay. Because they also put, I think, a little bit of chocolate in the middle of it, and I love chocolate smooth milkshakes as it is. But then they also add the peanut butter and the jelly, and it tastes so good. Oh, Mike Cross does this. You can go into the lounge besides the restaurant and get the milkshake to go. I didn't know that. If I had known that.
I knew that. I just didn't want to tell him because then every time we're there, he's like, can we go get it? Can we go get it? And you know who foots that bill? This guy. This guy never pays for anything. It's this guy. This guy tries to save all his money. Use all mine. Smart financial advice from Cole. Stay at home as long as you can and use all your dad's money.
Yes. And go to college in high school.
Yeah, and go to college while you're still in high school and have your folks pay for it.
It is
Very
cheaper.
Good. It is cheaper. That's true. Smart kid. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told y'all earlier the Jamba juice. I like that one real well from the Magic Kingdom. That's on the top of my list.
I feel like there's one that you're forgetting, and I just can't remember.
I can't think. There is one that I'm missing.
Oh, what is it?
I can't think.
Is it in Hollywood Studios?
I can't think of anything in Hollywood Studios outside of that milkshake.
It's only the milkshake, huh?
I was thinking it was an Epcot, whatever I'm thinking of.
Oh, that's bringing back something. Dang it, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
There's something I think you can
It's
get.
obviously not rememberable enough for me
Yeah.
that I can draw it back up. So
Is it Beverly's?
it's Beverly's. That's what it is. I
No.
love the Beverly's.
No.
And so, in all seriousness, you know, that's a terrible drink.
I mean, I will say this. I think people over dramatize it. I think I could do, what is it, where you have to take down 12 of them?
No.
I could do it.
He couldn't take down 2 of them.
I took down
we were
2
there.
of them.
No, he couldn't.
Yes, I did.
No.
I mean, it tastes bad, but I've had worse. Personally.
You want to slow Cole down on his drinking? Give him some Beverly's.
Now, that's the thing. Even if it's a bad drink, I'll still drink it. I've had bad drinks and I'm like, oh, this is disgusting.
All right. What about Disney Springs? I'm thinking maybe there.
Oh, maybe it is in Disney Springs because no. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I was going to say we've had Starbucks, I know, in Disney Springs.
I think you guys had Joffrey's once.
I didn't even know there was a Joffrey's in Disney Springs.
There's a Joffrey's.
Is there, Tammy?
Is it on the cruise that you're thinking of? Because they did have a bunch of drinks on the cruise.
I'll tell you, if you ever go on the Disney cruise and you go to Palo, you get the sweet tea or the unsweet tea, and they freeze tea for your ice cubes so your tea doesn't water down. That's a pretty slick move.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think that's it. And
you can't think of it.
I can't think of it. So that's our favorites, and that's where we stand with it all. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the things we've mentioned. We're going to have to try the Night Blossom mic, and we'll let you know how it turns out when we do.
Yeah.
Thank everybody for the likes on the video.
Yeah.
And thank y'all for bearing with us tonight with the live stream.
Yeah.
We will see you guys on Tuesday night.
Yep.
And until next time,
from our house to yours.